Hi.
Welcome to Blue Collar Crypto with Tim Trozian. This is part of the World of Ability podcast network. We are here every Sunday from at both 4 o'clock and 5:30 p.m. Central. So glad to have people joining us here on this amazing Memorial Day weekend. Tim, so happy to have you here today. So again, Tim Trozian with Blue Collar Crypto. I'm going to pass it on over to you, Tim.
Okay, thank you. It's just such a pleasure to do this. I have a speaking voice. I've been told that I make a good radio voice, and here's the podcasting world. And it's, my uncle, quite a while ago, he wrote some books on the stock market, and in a lot of ways, this is a lot like the stock market, the crypto world, I should say, blockchain, whatever you want to call it, Bitcoin. Let's call it Bitcoin. For those of you, and if you don't know a lot, that's wonderful. You're in the right place. So Bitcoin is one of a crypto. It's called a crypto. Bitcoin is called a crypto. It's one of 4,000. It's the most important one. It's trading about $90,000 right now, but it's not the only one. There's like 4,000 other ones. In a way, the crypto market is kind of like the stock market. And again, my uncle wrote on how to evaluate stocks, and maybe I'm following in his footsteps on how to evaluate crypto. So you might make a good purchase and become wealthy because a lot of the financial world is turning to crypto. Your corporations are buying crypto. Your banks are buying crypto. BlackRock, I hear, is buying crypto. So you should, because the prices are fairly low, and they do go up just like stocks. They do go up in price. And in the future, you'll be a smart person. You'll be like that person that bought AT&T for 10 cents, in case you don't know what AT&T is. It used to be a phone company. I guess you could call them. But AT&T was the price of a crypto back in the day, right? Back in the early 1900s. Now here we are all over again, starting all over again, creating another financial market. And this one is a crypto market. And I'd like to help you evaluate some of these stocks in the future. I give you a couple of recommendations today. It's something to go on, look up. There's XRP, which has been at the tip of everybody's tongue for like years now. It's $2 maybe a share? A friend of mine says it's going to go up 250 times. For those of you who don't like percents, it's $1, or $1,000, and you turn that into 250,000. So how would you like to turn 100,000 into 250,000? So how about that? How about taking this as an investment? How about investing some of your time and in transforming and studying this? It's if you like to learn, oh boy, there's plenty to learn here, but not too much. Ethereum is a big one. Let's say we start with some cryptos. Ethereum, XRP is recommended today. The letters X, the letter R, the letter P, XRP. Let's look at another one called Blum, BLUM, less than a penny, maybe 10 cents. It's going to go up. Blum and Kaspa, KASPA. One of them is started by the Coinbase. It's by their people. They just left Coinbase and started their own. One of those. And the other one is a part of Telegram, and about to be listed, just like a stock market. It's listed and the price explodes. So, how about that? How about that? How about looking at this as an investing sort of experience, a learning experience? And with that, thinking you're smart and then making a smart move, and then being rewarded for it financially, exponentially rewarded for it, versus Netflix going up 30%. These things that go up like I don't know how much, 1,000%, 10,000%. For those of you that don't like percent, how about tripling your money? How about time to? How about gambling on these things? Because the whole market and the whole world is going to go into crypto. All that money is going into it. That means the prices of these are going to skyrocket. More demand means these cryptos means higher prices. More demand, higher prices. And these are investments for part of the future, the world. All the assets of the world are going into crypto. So all this money, $997 trillion, nearly quadrillion. I'd say quadrillion, but there's also already $3 trillion in crypto out there. That's right. There's already $3 trillion out there in crypto. So we got 997 trillion. That's the total assets of everything in the world. And I do believe everything will turn into the crypto world. It's not like the stock market where it's controlled at a centralized location. This will be decentralized. There is no authority that governs this at this point. So what do you say? All this money will explode the market. It'll explode these prices. And you could be in on this. And now's not if you miss a Bitcoin, you didn't miss anything. There is still $997 trillion to go in this. So you're on the beginning stages of this. Okay? So you're at the beginning. You didn't miss anything because maybe you missed Bitcoin for $1. I'm sorry, but there's so much more here. And the same valuations, the same profits you can make that you would have made on Bitcoin, you can make it in these other cryptos. And I think I've said enough. I'll say it again next week, and I'll keep saying that. This is Blue Collar Crypto, and signing off. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tim. As always, this is Tim Tarosian hosting Blue Collar Crypto. My name again is Sue Roskoff. We are here, part of the World of Ability Podcast Network. Special thanks to Tim and all he does and all he has provided for so many weeks, so many months, and actually at this point, so many years, providing information for blue collar workers and with Blue Collar Crypto. Sometimes on Sundays at 5:30, we also do have Neil Weber joining us. So we look forward to next week when we have the 4:00 time here with Tim again for Blue Collar Crypto and 5:30 with Workability. Thank you so much again, Tim Tarosian, for hosting Blue Collar Crypto. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.